have been throwing up like crazy since they got off the plane, like a high-pressure gun, and the plane he was on was even weirder. It had been in the air for 8 years, and none of the passengers on board noticed. They all thought it was just a 3-hour flight. The families of the passengers thought they had met their demise, but when the captain contacted the ground to request a landing, but little did they know, when the ground crew heard it was flight 828, they were stunned. After thousands of attempts to confirm, and asking the captain for his name and the number of passengers, before the ground cleared the plane to land, they finally landed at a remote alternative airport. As the passengers disembarked from the plane, a large number of police and journalists surrounded them. The passengers were all in a panic. There was much discussion about what had happened. At this point, a bald sheriff stepped forward and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, here's the story. Your plane took off from Jamaica on April 7, 2013. It is now December 32, 2022. There was an uproar. There was a lot of confusion, because for them, it's only been 3 hours. How could 8 years have passed?" So to find out why, the bald sheriff detained the plane and all the passengers and questioned them one by one, but the answer was the same. The plane had hit a strong turbulence. After a violent lurch, the plane came back to normal. Everything on the plane was even checked, but still nothing unusual was found. The passengers had no choice but to be released and reunited with their families. They cried for joy at the reappearance of their missing relatives, embracing each other. 5 years. Except for them, everything has changed dramatically. Their 7-year-old daughter has become a big girl. The boyfriend has matured a lot too, but when I saw the ring on his hand, only to find out that he was married to his best friend, and that's when Roy and Lisa, the siblings. It was then that they realized they had really been gone for 8 years. After all the passengers had left, the local incident investigation team stepped in. They wanted to find out why the plane had been flying for 8 years. No refueling was needed, and all the passengers hadn't changed at all. The investigation team sensed that this was something out of the ordinary. It's not as simple as it seems.